Bachelor of Agricultural Technology of the College of Forestry, Agriculture and Aquatic Sciences was designed to prepare young minds to join the agricultural workforce. The program aims to develop highly motivated and globally competitive graduates ready to tackle the challenges of the agriculture sector. NEMSU Tagbinas BAT program conforms with the provisions of CMO number 23 series of 2021, as it supersedes CMO number 48 series of 2007 and all issuance related to DAT and BAT. The college is committed to provide globally competitive graduates in the areas of sustainable forestry, agriculture, and aquatic resources with clear recognition and understanding of the dynamics of the ecosystems. Provide the industry with professionals having knowledge, skills, and positive attitudes in research, development, and innovation, instruction, extension and linkage, resource management, and production. Manage, conserve, and protect the integrity and equality of food production and natural resources. And lastly, participate and engage in various types of employment, development activities, and public discourses, particularly in response to the needs of the stakeholders and the industries. The program aims to produce graduates who shall be able to articulate and discuss the latest developments in the specific field of practice, communicate effectively using both English and Filipino orally and in writing, work effectively and collaboratively with a substantial degree of independence in multidisciplinary and multicultural teams, act in recognition of professional, social, and ethical responsibility, preserve and promote Filipino historical and cultural heritage, generate and share knowledge relevant to specific fields in the study of agriculture, formulate and implement agricultural development plans and programs, apply scientific method in the conduct of research activities, understand the concepts of agricultural productivity and sustainability in the context of national, regional, and global developments, engage in agricultural production and post-production activities, promote sound agricultural technologies to various clients and manpower development in agriculture, employ relevant tools in information technology in solving agriculture-related problems, and participate in the generation of new knowledge or in research and development projects. All these program objectives are attuned to the vision and mission of the school as well as to the university and college goals. With this alignment, it can be expected that BAT graduates will become globally competitive as the university aspires and aims in its vision and mission statements. Anchored in the University 5-Year Medium-Term Development Plan of 2021 to 2025 are the instructional goals, objectives, and strategies with corresponding plans and targets of Tagbina Campus. These plans and targets include programs, projects, and relevant activities to attain the Bachelor of Agricultural Technologies program objectives. These includes curriculum rationalization and development, faculty and student development, modernization of educational facilities and services, faculty and student internationalization, and graduate employability. Rationalization and development of the curriculum must be done to ensure that the program addresses the industry's requirements to fill in the demands of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. To attain this, the university conducts reviews and revisions of the curriculum under its guidance. This will allow better ways of guiding students to achieve intended learning outcomes, thereby attaining the relevant objectives of the institution and the program. Conducted activities or events for the continual enhancement of the offered curriculum are as follows. Streamlining and unification of course syllabi across programs. The event was attended by all department chairpersons, program coordinators, and selected faculties of all NEMSU campuses. This ensured the use of a reviewed, uniform, and standard course syllabus of the same courses across all campus. Curriculum review, revision, and mapping across programs. The department chairperson, program coordinator, along with some faculty of the BAT program attended the 3-day curriculum review and revision. Syllabi harmonization of the College of Forestry, Agriculture, and Aquatic Sciences. This syllabi harmonization of the college was attended by all faculties handling major subjects. For the BAT program, faculties from NEMSU Tagbina and San Miguel campus huddled together to update and polish all syllabi used by the curriculum. Inspection and monitoring of the Professional Regulatory Board of Agriculture. The PRB of Agriculture conducted a scheduled inspection and monitoring of the NEMSU-SIFAA's Agriculture Department. This activity aimed to ensure that the educational institutions offering courses in agriculture and agriculture technology are complying with the policies, standards, and requirements of the course as prescribed by the Commission on Higher Education. Seminar Workshop in Curriculum Quality Audit. Faculty members of NEMSU Tagbina participated in a seminar workshop on curriculum audit held at its own Organic Training Center. An expert was invited as the guest speaker for the said event. It aimed to review if the competency stated in the PSG of the program is actually achieved by the current curriculum. To guarantee the quality of instruction offered in the college, all programs are subjected to national and international evaluations and certifications. The BAT program was evaluated and passed the following standards. The Certificate of Program Compliance. The COPC is a recognition from CHED that the degree programs offered by SUCs or LUCs meet the PSG set by the Commission. Universities request the COPC from CHED to ensure the quality assurance of their existing programs. The BAT program was granted a COPC on November 9, 2018 and took effect from academic year 2018 to 2019. Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities in the Philippines. The main function of AACUP is the accreditation of curricular programs, particularly for state universities and colleges. They aim to develop a mechanism for the conduct of evaluation of programs and institutions. The BAT program of NEMSU Tagbina became Level 1 accredited on October 2017 and was re-accredited for Level 2 on October 2018. International Organization for Standardization. ISO standards are based on quality management principles to improve the quality of services and consistently meet customers' expectations. NEMSU earned ISO certification for the quality management system in providing tertiary education services on February 21, 2019, then again on August 24, 2022. The university encouraged all its faculty to create and develop instructional materials for the courses they handle. Developing student-centered IM has been strengthened due to the changes brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. To support faculties with the drafting of IMs, NEMSU conducted workshops and established a review committee to evaluate the quality of its content. Here are some examples of the developed IMs. These IMs has been routed through the local review committee. They were then approved to be utilized and distributed to BAT students to aid the delivery of instruction. During the pandemic, dissemination of the IMs were made directly into different barangays where students reside. Currently, the IMs are continually updated and some were copywritten and was published. The advancement of offered technology and capacitating the faculty is important for faculty and student development. The university conducts trainings and seminars for both faculties and students to widen their perspective in their discipline. These provide learning opportunities that will let them connect using actual experiences and a glimpse of the industry. The faculty of the BAT program pursued their doctorate degree to broaden their knowledge and skills in the respective field. This is to renew the reservoir of knowledge to be shared to the students. One of the requirements for graduation of BAT students is a 240-hour occupational internship. The students choose a partner institution or agency and render the required number of hours. This part of the curriculum offers students a taste and a challenge of the agriculture industry.
Years old, isa sa mga on-the-job trainees gikan sa Northeastern Mindanao State University. Ang ako ang nakatunan sa pag-stay and pag-train din sa DA is na atay mga klase-klaseng mga pangaagi sa pagpadaghan sa atong mga tanim nga pwede i-consider sama sa asexual propagation nga marketing, budding, and grafting. Kaysa kini nga pamaagi, mas mapadali ang pagpadaghan sa tanom compare sa maggamit ang sexual propagation nga seeds nga mag-consume pa siya time sa pagpadaghan sa tanom.
Ako si Jennifer D. Animan, lumulukyo sa Bislig City sa Surigao del Sur, usa ka estudyante sa NEMSU Tagbina Campus, usa ka intern din sa DA Tagbina Research and Experiment Station, akong nakatunan sukad na positive ko dinhi kung saon pagtrabaho og tarong ug angay nakadisiplina sa oras, mutrabaho og sakto nga oras ug dapat na ay respeto sa usab-usab para mapadali ang pagtrabaho. Dugang niini ako usab nakatunan unsaon pag-handle sa mga bagong teknolohiya na pwede nato marekomenda sa mga farmers para sila makakuha og ideya para mulambo ang ilang kaalam ug padungagan pa ang ilang nakatunan alang-alang sa agriculture.
The university makes interventions to help students ease their financial burdens. Spearheaded by the Office of the Student Welfare and Development, students from marginalized families were given 20 pesos per hour for 200 hours of service. The students were distributed among administrative and academic offices of the campus. The university aspires to modernize instruction by enhancing educational facilities and student services. Over the past years, the university has made relentless efforts to find funds for the modernization of buildings and facilities. NEMSU Tagbina Campus has expanded with new academic buildings and upgraded science laboratories. It has also established the Organic Training Center along with upgraded field setups. Provisions of tools and equipments have been made to facilitate the delivery of instruction and aid student learning. Examples are laboratory equipment that has been aided with camera technology that lets faculties project images of minute specimens. Outdated books and other references in the library has been upgraded, wherein new books have been provided for both students and faculties. The e-library section is also now functional. To provide upgraded security and safety measures for its students and employees, NEMSU Tagbina Campus has installed CCTV strategically located on the campus premises and a functional fire alarm system within its buildings and facilities. Since the pandemic, finding more accessible ways of delivering services has been emphasized. The student and faculty portal aids in the delivery of student services, especially during grade evaluation and enrollment. Faculties can also see their faculty load with their complete set of class lists. Grades are also uploaded through this portal. Other student services offered by the school are also offered online. These include student evaluation, request for certificate of good moral, and the guidance office's counseling and referral services. Centralized Wi-Fi connectivity was sponsored and installed by the Department of Information and Communications Technology as a part of their Free Wi-Fi for All free public internet access program. Aside from the centralized free Wi-Fi, offices and colleges also subscribe to internet services for student and faculty use. Faculty and student internationalization provide support to linkage and networking, especially with institutions and agencies abroad. This is to benchmark global best practices and bring them into the local context. The university fosters instructional, research, extension, and production linkages that benefits the university and its students. Aside from partnerships through linkages, the university also hosts conferences to form networks and partnerships with other professionals in our field. With an exceptionally talented team, NEMSU Tagbina Campus was able to host the National Conference on Agriculture, Fisheries, and Forestry 2021, with 91 paper presentations made by 44 participating agencies, and CUP 2021 was able to connect researchers and industry practitioners in one platform. Students were invited to participate and observe the virtual event. When NCUP 2021 took the international stage with International Conference on Agriculture, Fisheries, and Forestry 2022, foreign keynote and plenary speakers were invited to the virtual event. Foreign participants were also present. Students were included during the preparation and also participated. The university aspires to design its programs to prepare graduates to join the labor market and the economy. High employability of graduates help maintain a competitive edge in the global market. Job fairs are employment facilitation strategy aimed at fast-tracking the meeting of job seekers and employers. For the university, it allows not only getting our graduates a sure job after graduation, but also to improve their job-seeking experience. But before the job fair, pre-employment seminars and activities are conducted to give graduating students the best tips and advice on how to ace job hunting. This includes personality traits and career role enactment, seminar workshop on tips and techniques for job interview, and application letter, resume, and CV making. The annual job fair of the campus is participated by local agencies, institutions, and businesses. This event is closely monitored and participated by the Department of Labor and Employment. NEMSU Tagbina's job fair has not only catered its own graduating students, but also to individuals of the community seeking for opportunities. The past job fairs has not failed to employ a number of students who ace the challenge of job hunting. Tracer studies are designed to track changes of the graduate's conditions after graduation. This is annually done by the university and tracks 2 batches of graduates from 2 years back. The curriculum or program of study of NEMSU's Bachelor of Agricultural Technology was primarily based on CHED Memorandum Order No. 48 Series of 2007. It was then updated through CHED Memorandum Order No. 23 Series of 2021, which supersedes CMO No. 48 Series of 2007. The memoranda implemented the shift to learning competency-based standards or outcomes-based education. It is anchored on the salient points of the new 12-year basic education system and the revised general education curriculum. It ensured the reforms towards outcomes-based education, and the K+12 program is aligned with Republic Act 8435 or the Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act of 1997. It aims to transform agricultural education that will produce graduates with regional and global perspectives. The PSG provides ample space for HEIs like NEMSU to innovate the curriculum in line with the institution's assessment of how best to achieve learning outcomes. Hence, aside from the CHED-prescribed courses, the university also added institutional and elective subjects which deemed necessary to achieve the school's vision and mission and the program outcomes. The subjects are distributed in 8 semesters which are logically sequenced and which prerequisites are identified and reflected. These subjects cover the extent of the professional and technical preparations, including opportunities for students to participate in hands-on activities such as industry immersion, skill development, and experimental research conducts which are required of BAT graduates. During the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a notable innovation in the delivery of instruction for the implemented curriculum. The university shifted from purely face-to-face classes to flexible learning. The flexible learning approach catered to the different needs of the students as well as of the faculty. In March 2023, the curriculum implemented in 2018 was reviewed and revisited to evaluate its relevance in the present time. In reviewing and revisiting the curriculum, a process was observed following the standard operating procedure reflected in the ISO Unit Manual of the Director for Curriculum. The implementation of the curriculum is safeguarded by the academic unit and other student support units of the university. These units operate following the ISO Standard Operating Procedure of the office. The BAT program's SOP for instruction starts from the enrollment, followed by instructional planning and development, instructional delivery, student academic development, instructional monitoring and evaluation, and ends with students' graduation. Before new students or transferees can enroll, they must take the Caraga Region State Universities and Colleges admission test. This is a 2-hour examination meant to measure the aptitude of the incoming enrollees. This is scheduled online and conducted at the campus or via mobile testing in different public high schools. The CRSUCAT uses the same questionnaire for all SUCs in the Caraga region and can be used for admission in all member SUCs. Following the release of the result of the CRSUCAT, the students may now enroll in their selected program. The enrollment process is guided by the ISO Unit Manual Standard Operating Procedure for the Office of the Registrar. After the enrollment, usually a week before the start of classes, faculties are directed to report to their posts to prepare for the incoming semester. Following the ISO Unit Manual for the academic unit of the BAT program, at the beginning of every semester, there are activities that must be performed. Faculty profiling is done by completing the faculty profile form. This is tracking the faculty qualification and development as based on the program offered if the faculty satisfies the minimum qualification based on the CMO. The department chairperson will evaluate and match the faculty profile to the CMO. The department chair will then discuss the result of the profiling with the faculty, then report it to the HR office together with some recommendations. After the department chairperson identifies the faculty qualified to teach the subject, the faculty workload can now be prepared. The faculty workload is based on the approved courses offered in the current semester. After filling out the appropriate form conformed by the faculty, it is then submitted to the Assistant Campus Director and the Dean for recommending approval, then to the Vice President for Academic Affairs for approval. the faculty receive their workload, they will then prepare their course syllabus for approval and implementation. The event of syllabi making convenes faculties handling the same subject, as they must be able to come up with an updated uniform syllabus. After deliberation, the outputs of the event are noted by the program coordinator, reviewed by the department chair, recommended by the dean, and approved by the VPAA. To prepare for classes, instructional materials are prepared, reviewed, and endorsed periodically. All IMs passes through the IM evaluation committee before it can be utilized. The start of every semester is scheduled on the academic calendar. After all the preparations were made, it usually kicks off with a campus orientation attended by the students, faculty and staff, as well as some university dignitaries. This is then followed by the student orientation by program. After the program orientation, classes will commence depending on the class schedule and room assignments. The department consolidates these informations for the regular monitoring of classes. The conduct of regular classes is done face-to-face. The faculty prepares his or her IMs and conducts classes as scheduled. Some classes, especially laboratory ones, are mostly done in the field. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the face-to-face delivery of classes stopped as it converted into a flexible learning modality. In order to cope, classes were held online, modules were distributed and then collected, and the delivery of instruction came in the form of videos with learning sheets or pre-made lectures uploaded in different online platforms.
I am Junel G. Franco, a dedicated faculty member at the College of Forestry, Agriculture, and Aquatic Sciences within Northeastern Mindanao State University, Laguna Campus. Over the course of my 4 years of service in the Department of Agriculture, I have witnessed a profound transformation in NIMSU's instructional methodologies, primarily catalyzed by the unprecedented challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the most notable shifts that occurred during this period was the transformation from the traditional face-to-face classroom setting to more adaptive and flexible approach to learning. This transition, necessitated by health and safety concerns, and ushered in an era of flexible learning at NIMSU. It's worth emphasizing that this shift has a profound impact on the way educational content is delivered to our students. Under the banner of flexible learning, NIMSU, like many other educational institutions globally, embrace various modes of instruction, and this includes a significant expansion of online classes and the implementation of blended learning models and adaptation of remote instruction methods. These strategies were instrumental in ensuring the continuity of education for our students while adhering the health protocols and minimizing disruptions. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that this transition was not without its challenges. Faculty members, including myself, had to rapidly adapt to these new instructional methodologies. This adaptation process involved gaining proficiency in online teaching tools and platforms, reimagining and redesigning course materials to suit virtual delivery, and devising innovative strategies to maintain student engagement within an online environment. Moreover, ensuring equitable access to education became a paramount concern. NIMSU worked diligently to address issues related to students' access to technology and internet connectivity, thus ensuring that no student was left behind in their pursuit of knowledge. In terms of assessment and evaluation, instructors like myself had to re-evaluate and modify our approaches to accommodate remote or online assessments, all while upholding the academic rigor and integrity that NIMSU stands for. In my teaching journey, I have discovered that the most potent method of imparting knowledge revolves around hands-on, practical activities that fortify the theoretical concept initially introduced through lectures. This experiential learning approach not only enhances comprehension but also fosters a deeper appreciation for the subject matter. For instance, in the case of Module 1, my students actively engage in a series of immersive laboratory activities. These hands-on experiences encompasses the spectrum of exercises, including mass rearing of insects, intricate insect dissections, meticulous insect ligation procedures, and the precise calculation and calibration of pesticides, and also among others. These practical exercises, empower students to apply theoretical knowledge to real-world scenarios, equipping them with invaluable skills and insights. Likewise, in Intom 2, students are encouraged to immerse themselves in a dynamic agro-ecosystem environment. Here, they embark on insect collecting expeditions with specific focus on identifying beneficial arthropods. Additionally, students have the unique opportunity to visit higher education institutions, biocontrol facilities, and actively participate in mass rearing of biological agents.
To keep track of the academic development of the students, reinforcements of appropriate performance assessments in every course is necessary. The assessment of student learning should abide with the course syllabus. It should contain appropriate assessment tools depending on the competency or learning outcome student needs to develop. To ensure that appropriate tools are utilized, monitoring and evaluation are conducted regularly. Learning performance assessments based on the student handbook are recorded as class standing, examinations, and requirements. The class standing is divided into quizzes, oral recitations, attendance, and assignments. Major examinations consist of preliminary and final examinations. These examinations are pre-scheduled according to the academic calendar. As for the course requirements, these are specifications stated in the course syllabus that the student must accomplish in order to pass the subject. The grades are computed based on the following criteria. For sciences and laboratory subjects, examinations are 30%, class standing is 30%, and requirements are 40%. For non-laboratory subjects, examinations are 40%, requirements are 20%, and the class standing is 40%. Based on the record of student learning performance, the grades will then be computed for the course using the grading system and percentage equivalents stated on the student handbook. To ensure the quality of delivered instruction, monitoring and evaluation is done regularly by the department chair and the college dean. They inspect faculty requirements, the conduct of class, the implementation of the course syllabus, among many others. This is to assess the faculty's mastery of the course, instructional strategy, communication skills, and classroom management. After assessing classes of all faculty, a one-on-one feedback discussion about the results is done to take action for weak points and give credits for strengths. In the duration of a semester, a checklist of faculty requirements is released by the department chair. This checklist includes forms needed to be filled out by the faculty for all his classes, with corresponding schedules of when they are due. Some of these forms are the attendance sheets, seat plans, consultation sheets, table of specification, among many others. This is a process headed by the registrar's office, and a great part of this is the evaluation of graduating students. This evaluation process is done to monitor progress in terms of graduation requirements. Based on Article 12 of the Student Handbook, no student shall be recommended for graduation unless he or she has satisfied all the academic and other requirements prescribed for graduation. A candidate for graduation is required to apply for evaluation of his or her records during the semester preceding his or her graduation so that any deficiency may be attended to. Every fiscal year, each program is allocated its yearly budget. A budget call is attended by all fund coordinators, including the department chairperson of the BAT program. The allocation for instruction every fiscal year is equal to 50% of the total budget of the department. The budget for instruction is divided into 4 groups having equal proportions of 12.5%, namely faculty development, curriculum development, student development, and facilities development. The yearly budget depends on the projected number of student enrollees, the number of units per semester, and the rate per unit. prepared budget for every year is proposed for approval of the Finance Committee and the University President. The approved budgetary allocation is reflected in the Project Procurement Management Plan, PPMP, and Annual Procurement Plan, APP. The Bachelor of Agricultural Technology is an individual unit of the university, annually prepares planned budgetary allocations for specific functions. The process of procurement follows the ISO Unit Manual Standard Operating Procedure of the Procurement Management Office. Budget allocation for instructional materials and other resources per year helps promote the achievement of the program goals. All items for procurement are listed and scheduled, then the items are ordered and received by the end users. The Bachelor of Agricultural Technology program has 11 permanent faculty members, 10 contractual faculties, and 2 part-time faculties. A faculty may carry 21 units of regular load and an additional 9 units of paid overload per semester. Part-timers may only have a maximum of 9 units per semester. Additional loads in the form of overloads and emergency loads are paid per unit. Faculties are selected by the university's Personnel Selection Board or PSB, following specified standards and guidelines set by the Commission on Higher Education. Physical facilities for instruction may include well-kept, well-lit and ventilated classrooms, upgraded laboratories, crop production areas, and animal production areas. Other facilities that are used for the enhancement of instruction includes the faculty room, the library, the e-library, the gymnasium, and the multimedia center. The faculty, administrators, staff, students, and other stakeholders actively participate in various relevant activities that aim to improve the provision of quality instruction among BAT students and hence attain the objectives of the program. One of the paramount activities where most of the stakeholders are involved is the consultation meeting relative to the curriculum review of the program. External stakeholders such as the local government officials and industry partners are also enthusiastic in giving out their support in many curricular and co-curricular activities of the school. This support comes in the form of physical attendance at events, exchange of resources, or giving financial aid to our less fortunate students. Moreover, the AT program and its partner agencies are actively involved in the training of young agriculturists-to-be during their on-the-job training. Internal stakeholders such as the faculty, staff, and students dynamically take part in several activities and endeavors such as seminars, training, celebrations, competitions, organizations, and other projects and events that help broaden their knowledge, skills, and values which they also impart and inculcate to their future clientele. These activities also evidently develop students holistically, thereby achieving the objectives of the program. With the hard work, dedication, and commitment of the faculty and students of the college, they garnered the following awards which are proof of their competence in different areas. Some of the best practices adopted by the BAT program includes the following. The quality management system of the BAT program and the university as a whole is ISO 9001:2015 certified, which speaks of its conformity to international standards. SDSSU then was ISO certified on February 2019 and was recertified as NEMSU on August 2022. Some instructional materials used by faculty and students were validated and were copyrighted and published. And lastly, hosting research conferences as a platform to expose students to the nature of presenting agricultural research results. It served as a supplement for instruction and an inspiration for the students.